In this session, we're going to look at an introduction to customer service. We'll start off by looking at the customer service process as it runs through in Microsoft Customer Service. We'll have a look at the customer service landscape and some scenarios where customer service as an application is applied. And then we'll run through trends influencing customer service currently and introduce some customer service terminology. So starting with the customer on the left-hand side, they have the choice of contacting us via various channels like phone or on our website or through a chat or via email or any other channel that we make available to them. This customer is most likely going to have an entitlement, which is a service contract with us that allows them to access our services or support at a reduced rate. Once the customer call comes through, we then have the option to create the case automatically or have an agent capture that case manually. However, once the case is created, that case is routed to the best qualified agent, be it a Power Virtual agent or a warm body agent to attend to that customer. The agent will then use a knowledge base article, which is a repository of information in terms of how to provide answers or solve problems to resolve the particular customer's issue or to find out more about the particular issue and then resolve that. Then they move into resolution where the case is resolved and that status of the case is updated. If the customer had an active entitlement during the case resolution process, you'll see that the terms on that entitlement reduce. We have 15 starting out on the left-hand side, and we end up with 14 once the case is resolved. But more on that in the course itself. Then right at the top, you'll notice that there is a business process flow. You'll see this at the top of each case form, which just simply guides the agent through the process of identifying who the case is for and what the case is about, researching a solution for that, and then completing that case through to a resolution of that case. Although there are myriad examples in terms of customer service and how it's used to log an interaction with a customer, let's look at a couple. So obvious, a customer bought a product or service from us. There is an issue with a particular product or service and the customer wishes to report that. They will contact us via their preferred channel, and then that call will be logged by a customer service agent, or the case will automatically be created and run through. So if a customer bought a mountain bike from us, for instance, and they run into issues with the mountain bike, they will have the opportunity to have that resolved, that reported and resolved. Then there's also a case where a customer might have bought a product from us and they're going through assembly process. They run into issues with the assembly and they need some support in terms of how to get that completed. They'll contact the support desk, and our agent there will take them through after possibly accessing a knowledge base article and just running through that process and seeing how that's done. Also very important, of course, is while we have interactions with customers, it is crucially important to collect information on the customer experience. So customer service, Microsoft Customer Service allows us to use an application like Customer Voice to send out surveys and collect information from our customers so that we can improve our service delivery to the customers and improve our products and services that we deliver to the customer. And then lastly, but very important focus currently is the ability to provide proactive service, especially with the emergence of IoT and also artificial intelligence, where we get telemetry back from products installed at customer sites. And the telemetry from that product can indicate a fault, a potential fault, a malfunction, anomalies in the temperature or humidity or throughput of a particular device. And based on that information, we can then act on the issue prior to the customer needing to report that issue. So, of course, making it possible for us to provide proactive support. An example of that would be a smoke sensor or humidity sensor that is included as part of a security setup or security monitoring setup at a residential house. Next up, let's have a look at trends influencing customer service. So mobile devices and social media have both had a profound impact in the way in which customers find information about services, engage with a company selling products and services, and ask for help on those products and services. So obviously in that regard, your company needs to supply the channel, make those channels available for customers to engage and ask those questions and find the information. Self-service has also become prevalent. We frequently ask questions or communities, support communities are available where customers can find their own answers. Although I sometimes feel that this is a little bit abused by companies, it's a definite channel for finding a resolution for your issue. So you need to make sure as a company that you provide sufficient and up-to-date content and information through your self-service channels. Then, of course, the Internet of Things, as we spoke about earlier, you have more and more connected devices which provide the telemetry to monitoring systems, to agents looking at those machines or the equipment, and having the ability to address issues before they interrupt service. So Internet of Things and connected devices and proactive customer service is a real focus as far as trends in service delivery is. So if you can just imagine your car reporting the requirement for a service when it's not due for a service yet, due to some malfunction in the engine, preventing a major damage to the engine by doing a impromptu service or by reporting an impromptu service. And then, of course, the last thing is with all of the communication channels and methods available to customers, it really is important to focus on when the right time is to engage a customer. We're talking about proactive service before there's a service interruption or at the point where they need some assistance, or when you notice that a customer is going through a self-help channel and not finding the answer that they need. You have some kind of monitoring that checks the visits of pages on your website, and a chatbot pops up and say, can we assist? Or a customer asking for a particular solution to a problem, but you're noticing that due to product ownership or service usage, the customer might have a more long-term issue, and you're providing that information to the customer at that time. And then, of course, lastly, in terms of customer engagement, knowing what information to collect in terms of all of the protection of personal information legislation out there is also very important, and making information available to customers to review, to revoke permission, to use, to update, and that type of thing. So all of these are trends influencing the provision of customer service, purely due to the fact that we've got so many channels allowing us to engage with customers, allowing customers to engage with us as service providers. Okay, lastly, let's have a look at some of the terminology that you'll encounter while working with Microsoft customer service. So first off, customer, that would obviously be the person or company requesting the service. Now, a customer record can be represented by either a contact or a account record in customer service. Then we have the case, which is the primary record in customer service for capturing the information with regards to the issue that the customer is reporting. An activity record is normally a communication activity like phone call or a email or a appointment or a task that is captured with regards to or in relation to either the customer or the case. Noting something like a phone call or a email that have been received. with regards to the case. A entitlement, as we mentioned briefly earlier, is a service term agreement, which normally stipulates the number of hours that the customer has purchased for support for the product or service that they have purchased, or the number of cases that they have purchased along with the service or the product. A service level agreement is a stipulation of the speed at which a customer would receive service, either in terms of a first contact from our company providing that service or the answer, or then the resolution of the case. So a service level agreement will stipulate how quickly a customer at a particular loyalty tier would receive a response on the request. Knowledge base is a set of documents that contain information with regards to our products, with issues and how to resolve those issues. And these are available to the customer service agents to research particular solutions to issues. That just equips them to resolve issues from customers a lot quicker. Queues are holding places for cases as they move through a particular process where different teams or different individuals need to complete work on them. Queues provide really useful functionality, like the ability for an agent to pick a case, work on it, and then release it back into that queue, or pass it on to the next queue to be available for the particular team. Queues can be set up in terms of views so that agents can monitor specific queues where the agents are assigned particular duties as far as that case is concerned. Assets are used to refer to products that have been installed on client site and generally to be connected via IoT devices to receive telemetry into something like Azure IoT Hub, so that the telemetry from those assets or the equipment can be monitored and acted on if there are anomalies or faults detected. And then a service is a record that allows us to schedule a service where a customer might bring in a piece of equipment or machinery to a service center to receive that particular maintenance job or service done to the machine. It also allows us to book particular equipment, facilities, and resources to get the job done.